The wind howled through the broken windows of the abandoned Hartwell Psychiatric Hospital, a chilling reminder of the building's sinister past. Sam, Leah, Ben, and Jessica stood at the entrance, their flashlights casting trembling beams across the decaying facade. "Are we really doing this?" Jessica whispered, her voice barely audible above the wind. "Yeah, Jess, we're doing this," Sam replied, his tone more confident than he felt. He pushed open the heavy, rusted door, and the group stepped inside. The air was thick with the stench of mold and rot. The floor was littered with debris, remnants of the hospital's grim history. As they moved deeper into the building, the walls seemed to close in on them, suffocating their courage. Leah shivered, hugging herself for warmth. "This place gives me the creeps." "It's supposed to," Ben said, forcing a grin. "That's why we're here." Their footsteps echoed through the empty halls, each step a reminder of the lives that had been shattered within these walls. Sam's flashlight flickered, casting eerie shadows that danced like phantoms. They reached a staircase, its steps leading into the bowels of the hospital. "Let's check the basement," Sam suggested. "That's where they say the real horrors happened." They descended the stairs, each step taking them further from the safety of the outside world. The basement was colder, the air heavy with a sense of foreboding. Rusty chains hung from the ceiling, and old medical equipment lay strewn about, relics of a bygone era of cruel experimentation. Jessica paused, her flashlight beam illuminating a series of photographs on the wall. They depicted patients in various states of distress, their eyes pleading for a mercy that never came. "This is sick," she muttered, her voice trembling. Ben joined her, studying the photographs. "These people were tortured. Experimented on," Sam corrected. Dr. Heinrich was infamous for his so-called treatments. They say his spirit still haunts this place. Leah's flashlight flickered over a dusty old journal lying on a table. She picked it up, flipping through the pages. "It's a diary," she said. "It belonged to one of the patients." She began to read aloud, her voice shaky. "Dr. Heinrich says he can cure us. But the treatments, they hurt. I don't think he's trying to help us." A sudden chill filled the room, and the friends felt a presence watching them. Sam's flashlight flickered again before going out completely. "Damn it," he muttered, shaking it uselessly. Leah's scream pierced the silence. "Look." In the corner of the room stood a figure, its outline barely visible in the dim light. It was a man, dressed in a tattered doctor's coat, his eyes glowing with a malevolent light. Who are you?" Ben stammered. The figure stepped forward, its form becoming clearer. "I am Dr. Heinrich," it said, its voice a chilling whisper, "and you have trespassed on my domain." Friends backed away, but the door slammed shut behind them. Dr. Heinrich's ghost floated closer, his presence filling the room with an icy dread. "You should not have come here," he hissed. "Now you will join my experiments." Sam lunged for the door, but it wouldn't budge. "We need to get out of here." The ghost of Dr. Heinrich raised his hand, and the air grew thick with the scent of chemicals. The friends choked, their vision blurring as they fell to the floor. When they awoke, they were strapped to old, rusted gurneys. The ghostly doctor stood over them, his face twisted in a sadistic grin. "Let the experiments begin," he said. One by one, he began his torturous procedures. Sam felt a searing pain as cold, spectral instruments cut into his flesh. Leah's screams echoed through the halls as her mind was invaded by twisted visions. Ben and Jessica could only watch in horror, their own fates sealed. Hours passed like an eternity. When the torment finally ended, the friends were left broken and scarred, their minds shattered by the horrors they had endured. Dr. Heinrich's ghost vanished, leaving them alone in the darkness. Sam managed to free himself from the gurney, his body trembling with pain. He stumbled to the others, freeing them one by one. They limped towards the exit, their spirits crushed. As they reached the door, Sam turned back, his eyes filled with a newfound determination. "We have to expose this place. People need to know what happened here." The friends escaped the hospital, their bodies and minds forever changed by their ordeal. They told their story to anyone who would listen, warning others to stay away from Hartwell Psychiatric Hospital. But the ghost of Dr. Heinrich remained, waiting for his next victims. And the walls of the hospital continued to whisper their dark secrets, a chilling reminder of the horrors that had taken place within.